I'm going to start with Urban Decay's Naked Skin. This is a really great foundation to wear all day long. You can't tell it's on, so that's nice. Just going to shake it up. Just squirt a little bit onto my hand. This is a Real Technique brush. It's just called an Expert Face Brush. I got it from Ulta. Get my hair out of my face. And I'm just going to brush this all over my face. You want to make sure to blend the edges out. You guys may have already noticed by now, but I'm kind of a pale girl. So the shade I'm using is 0.5. Alright. I'm going to take a little bit more. And this is a good time to cover up any of those trouble spots. Because most comic book ladies have perfect skin. Most normal humans do not. But that's okay, that's what we have makeup for. I'm going to take this little soft brush. Just blend that in. Try not to get my hair in my makeup. Next I'm going to take this. Next I'm going to take this Smashbox concealer. Don't know if you can see that very well. Just going to put this in a triangle shape under my eyes. And then up the bridge of my nose. And then along the sides of my jaw. I'm going to go back to this little sponge. Just dab that in. Make sure it's nice and blended. Same thing for the bridge of my nose. Blendy, blendy. Now I'm going to take this Smashbox powder foundation using this big fluffy brush. I'm just going to put that over the liquid foundation that we just did. That'll make it last all day and keep it from getting cakey by the end of the day. Okay. Alright, now we're going to work on Poison Ivy's eyebrows. So she is a redhead. So I'm going to try to use a mixture of these two reds right here. I'm just going to go over my natural eyebrows. We'll just do one and we'll leave the other. Kidding. Alright. Just wiping off my brush. And then I'm going to work on blending a little better. So I am a huge Batman fan. My favorite Batman character is... It's really hard to pick. I think my favorite girl character is Harley Quinn, closely followed by Stephanie Brown. Alright, that looks really funny without the rest of the makeup done, so let's get to that. Next, I'm going to use bronzer. Again, I'm a really pale girl, so the only bronzer I found that works for my skin tone is Hoola. And I have this little funny shaped brush. You always want to make sure to kind of dab the excess off. You're going to pretend that you're drawing a line from the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth. You don't want to go all the way. You want to go about halfway across your eye. You want to blend two directions. You want to go diagonally, drawing that line, and then little up and down movement to kind of blend it in a little better. I'm also going to kind of circle upwards, draw a little U shape to make my cheekbones stand out. Now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm just going to get my hair out of the way. And same thing, just drawing that line from the top of my ear to the corner of my mouth. I think my favorite male Batman character would have to be Tim Drake. He's a really cool Robin. He's really underrated too. Alright, I'm also going to take this bronzer along the bottom of my jawline to kind of make that stand out a little bit better. I don't want that to be too defined, so I'm going to go back with my fluffy brush and just kind of blend that in. I'm also going to go across my forehead here. I like to come in to a point right here in the middle to kind of give my face that heart shape. And then I'm going to go along the sides of the bridge of my nose. And same thing, blend it out with the fluffy brush. Alright, now I'm going to add some blush. I hope you can hear my stomach growling. I'm always hungry. I use this little tiny brush and this color here. Next, I'm going to take this white eye pen. You can use any white eye pen, it doesn't really matter. I love the names they come up with for makeup. This is called Witness White. I don't even know what that means or how that pertains to the shade of whiteness, but that's what Rimmel London decided to name this guy. So we're just gonna go with it. Just gonna line the inner corners of my eye with this. And then I'm gonna take CoverGirl. It's just a white powder and this little tiny brush. It used to have a name, but I've had it for a long time, and the name has since then rubbed off. I make the most ridiculous faces when I do makeup, so I have no idea what you guys are going to be looking at. But I hope you enjoy it. Okay. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of eye primer. eyebrow. These are the colors I'm going to be using right here on the screen. And then I have another shimmery palette that I cannot pick up and show you because it will make a whole lot of noise. But they're all from BH Cosmetics, which is a really great website for makeup. Very inexpensive, and the colors are really, really bright. So I'm going to take this bright green and apply it all the way up to my eyebrow. And the poison ivy look I'm going for is fan art that somebody did of Angelina Jolie as Poison Ivy. So it had this really gorgeous green eyeshadow that I liked a lot, so it's what we're going to go with. Okay. Oh, back to why Tim Drake is underrated and amazing. Because I very rarely get to talk about Batman stuff. So I'm going to use this opportunity to talk about Batman stuff. You guys have to read War Games if you haven't. And that will answer your questions. Okay. So next I'm going to take a shimmery bronze color and I'm going to outline my lid. So I'm going to take my little tiny brush and make a line that goes from the corner of my eye to this crease. You can feel that bone right there. So you're going to go there, and then you're going to follow the natural curvature of your eye all the way to that inner corner. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. I'm going to take my fluffy brush and one of those medium shimmery greens and go over the lid. With a darker green. I'm just going to go over the top of my forehead where I contoured earlier with the bronze. I don't know how well you can see that on camera. Let's go with a little bit darker green the same thing on the sides of my face. So right now in the New 52 Batman comics, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy are now a thing. You guys will have to give me your opinions on that. Personally, I'm a big fan of that. I'm not a huge fan of the Joker or his relationship with Harley Quinn, but I'm a huge fan of Poison Ivy. I think she's, for a villain, has more morals than, I guess, your typical villain. For example, there's a comic where she and Harley help some kids instead of worrying about escaping, and I think that's kind of cool. Alright, now I'm going to go in with a darker green, and I'm going to work a little bit more on the eyeshadow on the outer corner of my eye. Just going to blend that into the bronze that we added earlier. Same thing on that other side. I want these blue contacts to really pop, so I'm going to add a really, really bright green on the lid. And then I'm going to do the same thing under the eye. Poison Ivy usually has really dark red lips, so I'm going to take my favorite lipstick in the whole world. It's this. It is Maybelline. It's my favorite. I don't even know the name. It's Maybelline Superstay 24 color. And this stuff really does last forever. One time I ran a Spartan race, and by the end of the race, all my makeup was gone and I was completely covered in mud except my lipstick, which still looked great because it was this stuff. So, if you ever need lipstick that will last all day, this is the stuff. When I first start lipstick, it always makes me think of like the Queen of Hearts or Queen Amidala from Star Wars. Alright, now, I have no idea what that is. Okay, now I'm going to work on my eyeliner. So, I'm going to do a winged start kind of along that same line we were using earlier for the bronze. So you're just going to draw a line up from the outer corner of your eye to that bone, and then back down. And then you're going to go from the inner corner and connect that. And then just fill it in. This is Crinkling black contour pencil. I'm not sure if this is actually intended to be eyeliner, but it is today. And then on top of that, I'm going to use this stuff. I have no idea how to say that, but it's just generic liquid black eyeliner that I bought at Ulta. You should shake it up really well before you use it. Favorite version of Poison Ivy has to be the Batman the Animated Series Poison Ivy. I love everything about Batman the Animated Series. It's got the best voice actors and a really cute story. I'm going to take this NARS lipstick. It's called Corrina. And that just adds a little bit of depth. A little bit of gloss on top of that. For mascara, I'm going to use Urban Decay Perversion. I love this container. It's all shiny. And I usually wear fake eyelashes because fake eyelashes are kind of my jam, but I forgot those, and that's okay because this stuff is crazy. So I'm just gonna let that set. Add a little bit more. And then to clean up some of the excess from all of the green eyeshadow, I'm just going to take that big fluffy brush again and just wipe that away. And I had brought a wig to wear, but I dyed my hair last night and it looks like it's pretty close to the color it needed to be anyway, so I guess I don't have to put that thing on my head. So So there it is, my Poison Ivy inspired makeup look. This was my first ever ASMR video, so I'm learning lots of new things. Thank you guys so much for your patience, and thank you for watching. I learned that it's incredibly tough to multitask. Apparently talking and doing makeup is tough. So, I hope you guys have a great evening, or day, or whatever it is when you're watching this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.